team will be called on first, and the reason for that is that there's another commitment that team has for this evening. In order to get that program started, I would like to please bring Mr. Pileski, the Director of Athletics, forward. Mr. Pileski.
Thank you, Mr. Luisi. School committee members, thank you very much for acknowledging the great feats that our athletic department has attained this winter. Before I begin, I'd like to introduce Mr. Merrill, who would like to say a few words.
Good evening. I just want to take a moment on behalf of the administrative staff at Brockton High School and the teaching staff at Brockton High School. We want to congratulate all of you who are here today in the music department, art department, the athletic department. And I'd just like to echo what Mr. Luisi said, Deputy Superintendent Luisi. I just got through talking with the superintendent, and he very much wanted to be here today. He is, obviously, you know, he has been an avid fan of all of the athletic programs and the music and the art programs. So again, I just want to congratulate all of you young people who have made us so proud here at Brockton High School. And again, on behalf of the staff and the administration, we wish you the best. Thank you.
The men's basketball team this year had a record of 24 wins and 1 loss. And it's the first time since 1932 that a men's basketball team has gone undefeated during the regular season. In so doing, the men's basketball team did win the Big Three championship and did win the South Sectional championship. And unfortunately, after 24 wins, lost to the eventual state champion, Cambridge Vincent Latin. But it was a marvelous year. I would like to introduce our coaches, one of whom is not here this evening, Mr. Robert Bowen. This past season, the junior varsity team had a record of 18-1. He is Mr. Ortiz's #1 assistant. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. George McKay, who is the freshman coach, and his team went 17-1 this year, and things bode well for the future. Mr. McKay. This time, I would like to introduce our head coach, Mr. Victor Ortiz, who, besides having a record of 24-1 this year, is approaching the 300-win career win status, and I would like to introduce Mr. Ortiz.
Number one, I'd like to start thanking the administration of Brockton High School, starting with Mr. Merrill, teachers, athletic director, for the support they give to not just the this year, through all the years, the coach of Brockton High School. Special thanks to the parents of the players for giving us the opportunity to coach their children. The players themselves. I think the record speaks for itself. Dedication, hard work, loyalty, and perseverance they showed over the years. Especially for the seniors who had to put up with me for 4 years. You know, we are one athletic program, and I think that thanks to people like Coach McKay, Coach Bowen, and Coach Bremen, and Coach Jennings, and Coach Colombo, we're all one athletic program. So any success we have in any sport, this brings credit to our school and to the city of Brockton. So So I'm grateful for the opportunity to coach here at Brockton High School. Special thanks also to my wife, who put up with me for another year coaching. And when I look around the stands, we have some old faces, and this year we have some new faces, and we have probably one of the best fans I could see at Brockton. I have to mention her name because she's super. Mrs. Lorraine Langston. I'd like to mention, again, congratulate my players. Again, thank you. It was a great run, and hopefully we'll be back next year. I'd like to start out with Derek Pac-Man Thatcher. Robert Whitaker.
The Addis at Brockton High School continue to reign as champions in the Globe Arts Awards. And this is a recurring theme. This is a team of artists that continue to bring honor and great respect to our school as well as our basketball champions. In order to introduce our artists, I'd like to have Mr. Tom Richards come forward.
I think that the art students in the Brockton High School and the junior high have been recognized as unique across the country. These awards that we're giving now will continue on a lot of them to the national level, and we'll find those results out just a little bit later. For receiving a scholarship award was for his portfolio was Antonio Santos. Currently also in New York to be judged is 2 for Roger Zima. Aaron Keller. Silver keys, which were displayed at the Transportation Building in Boston, are Jason Cohen, Alexander Prince, Sullivan, honorable mentions went to Franklin Law, Bergoglio, think these students are uniquely talented, but I think it takes a uniquely talented art staff to do this, and it takes a unique commitment from the school department, the high school, and the school board to do this. Without the city of Brockton, we love the city of Brockton, and the students would not achieve what they achieve. And it's an amazing thing that we managed to do each year. I'm very proud.
So true. Without this great community, this great school, these programs just wouldn't be supported. And in order to support a program, lead a program, you always need a band. And we have some of the best musicians in the state, led by Mr. McCready. Mr. McCready, if you could come forward, please.
Students representing us this year at the All-State Conference, and the All-State being 4 ensembles made up of the finest musicians in the state of Massachusetts. Think about how many bands there are in Massachusetts. This year we had 2 students chosen to participate. The first person that was chosen has been actually, in order to get to the state, you have to play so many years in the district. She has played 6 years between junior high and district. And also, this particular, there's not only a student, not only a great musician, but she's also ranked #1 in her senior class, Allison Van Dam. And the second student that also has performed 5 years in the junior district and senior district, also captain of soccer, the girls soccer team, fantastic musicians, and I'm very proud to say that she's my private student in the trumpet, and this girl is Karen Blizzard. The athletes, believe it or not, I was at the convention this past week, and everybody was talking about the Brockton High School girls team and boys team music convention. Brockton High School athletics are always mentioned, so congratulations to all.
It seems that we're not only the best in everything, but we're also the fastest. We're the fastest in everything. I think have Mr. Gillespie come up and introduce the indoor track.
Thank you, Mrs. Delusion. The men's indoor track team concluded the regular season with 7 wins and no losses. They once again won the Big 3 in the Tri-County League. In addition, they won the Class A championships and all states. They went to the New Englands and did extremely well in the New Englands, and then went to the Nationals and repeated their feats. Joe Lamar, the assistant coach of the men's indoor track team, is not here this evening, but he has done a marvelous job of assisting Coach Jennings. And for those of you who don't know, Coach Lamar did participate in the Paralympics this year in Australia and did quite admirably. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. William Jennings, the head coach of the men's indoor track team.
Thank you, Athletic Director Tom Pileski. I'd like to also extend my gratitude to Tom, who I think is the best athletic director in the state. Just a couple of words that I'd like to say regarding the season. Tom has said most of it. Seasons and teams come and go. Traditions continue. Special teams always leave an impact, and this is definitely one of them. Athletically, academically, and individually, this group of young men has achieved all the goals that they've set to accomplish. As Tom has mentioned, they've accomplished all those. I'd like to conclude that they finished fifth in the national championships in the country in the 4x4 relay, and seventh overall in the 4x200 meter relay, and that's in the entire country, and they should be commended for that. Above that, I won't read all the names, but the Big Three All-Stars, there were 12 of the 14 of the Big Three All-Stars were from Brockton. We also have 6 recipients of the Scholar Athletes that I'll give out certificates afterwards to. We have 6 Globe All-Scholastics and also 6 Enterprise All-Scholastics, and the Herald still to be named. In the 90s, we have had 86 Globe All-Scholastics and Herald All-Scholastics, just so you can kind of envision what these young men have continued to accomplish. They've exemplified the 5 C's that we put up there: class, courage, confidence, commitment, and character, that were set up by Harry Allen many, many years ago. And just simply, I had the good fortune to meet with him this weekend, and a friend of his who's having a difficult time physically, but certainly not mentally at this point, had me read his book. It's a book called The Breakthrough Factor, written by Henry Marsh. Henry Marsh was an Olympian who was leading in the Olympics in the steeplechase. He was coming around the last turn in first place, and from out of the stands, a man came out of the stands and literally tackled him, knocked him down, and the race proceeded. 3 other people beat him, including a Russian. Marsh got up and finished the race and finished 4th. And the one question he raises, am I a winner or am I a loser? You determine that. I'd like to introduce the Brockton High track team. State champions. First of all, Corey Bonds. Jose Gallegos. Jason Metzel. Junior Mark. Anthony Montero. Ralph Schiller. O'Neill Smile. Hewitt Thanis. Abdi El-Pagani. Carlos Caracat. Ahmad Jones. Hugh Jerome. Greg Leffer. Tom Nemrich. Shea Akadumo. Cassius LaFleur. Marcus Lewis. Gene Raymond. Khalid Abdi. Jeff Bergen. Herman Glasgow. Robert Simpson. Paul
The last group, the women's state champion basketball players. Before I bring Mr. Pulaski up to introduce the coaches and the players, I just must add that I have a special fondness about this introduction because my daughter Ian was on the state champ team 10 years ago, and that was a wonderful exhibition of courage and stamina, and it's what our girls today displayed as they went through their entire schedule. Mr. Pulaski.
The women's team concluded the season with a record of 25 wins and 1 loss. They won the Big Three championship, they won the South Sectional championship, they won the Eastern Mass championship, and they went as far as they could go. They won the state championship once again, and as Mr. Luisi alluded to, it was 10 years ago that we did win our last women's state championship. This group of young ladies deserved to be winners. They deserve to be champions. Simply put, they're great human beings, they're great citizens, they support other athletic teams, they support other extracurricular activities, they're excellent students, and finally, they are excellent basketball players. At this time, I'd like to introduce our freshman coach, Mr. Jay Lander, whose team started the season with a 1-6 record, and I believe ended up something like 11-8. Mr. Lander. Coach and Mr. Brennan was the one assistant. Mr. Stapleton reminded me that his team was 16-2 this year. And finally, the person who really deserves to be Coach of the Year by all of the newspapers, Mr. Patrick.
As a winner, as opposed to last year when we lost our last game. I gotta tell you, say what you want about winning and losing, but winning, we really need to. You'll notice that I've reached a stage in my life where if there's any way of avoiding things, I do that. I didn't walk up those stairs. You know, so I got a little wiser, and maybe that's one of the reasons I won. I don't know. You know, what can I say about this team? Well, before I do, I really would like to say about Jay Lander, the freshman basketball coach, and also Jim Stapleton, the JV coach. We started together 6 years ago, and what happened this year was our goal. We almost got there a little earlier than we thought we would, and if it wasn't for those people, we really wouldn't have gotten there. I mean, they do an incredible job. Jay, at the freshman level, takes kids in from Brockton
who, many of whom have never played basketball before and start, and they have some great athletic talent, some great skills. And he sells them the idea that this is a wonderful game and helps them fall in love with the game. And I'm sure each one of those kids is in love with their former freshman coach. Everybody who plays for me comes through him. He starts them out learning the fundamentals on that, and they become better players. And we tell everybody the same thing. It's not where you start out, it's where you end up. There's a lot of other kids from a lot of other places that have more advantages earlier in life, that when they enter the ninth grade are much better players. But by the time it's over, it's not even close. And Jay is one of the reasons for that, at that very level. And then they move on to gym, and at Jim's level, they learn more about dedication, torture, hard work, perseverance. Occasionally gives them a lecture that lasts for a little while, and just a tremendous X's and O's guy, somebody who's willing to be a part of the city, cares about the kids of Brockton, put himself in a position to come back into Brockton, to work here, to live here, and his heart is in Brockton. And enthusiasm is contagious, and it's one of the reasons we have one of the more enthusiastic organizations, Jim Stapleton, and my personal thanks to both of you, because I would never be here without you. I could say things about awards these people are going to receive this year and things they've accomplished and all of that type of thing. I could tell you great students they are. I could tell you that there's 7 seniors on this team. Each one of them will be going to college next year, which I'm very proud of. Probably out of the 7 of them, I think maybe one kid will be paying half of her cost. And I'm really happy about that. And this has happened at every level. And basketball has helped them do that. But their academics have helped them do that. It's put them in a position to be qualifying students, to be able to receive athletic scholarships. It's a package of the whole thing. They've grown up a lot. They've learned a lot. And I'm very proud of each and every one of them. They're almost like daughters to me, really. It's a very difficult year for me when some of these people leave this year. I think probably what I should do is just say one thing, and this kind of epitomizes where they're at and why they got where they got. Everyone has the will to win, but very few people have the will to prepare every day to win. All 12 of these people have the will to prepare on a daily basis. They gave me every ounce of what they had, and I tried to give that back to them, and I hope they understand it. And we were lucky enough to be successful in terms of wins. If we hadn't, I'd be just as proud of it. And it's not about winning, it's about preparing to win. And I really appreciate all those efforts. I'm just going to read off the names, bring them up. Each one is so special, I don't want to get into a bunch of stuff about them. We have Shanisha Mitchell, senior. Tiffany Huggins, a sophomore. Tamara Richardson, a senior. Shante Bonds.
Thank you. I'm so proud. Juba Muhammad. Latoya Thomas, junior. I'm a little afraid of her. I don't want to get on the wrong side. I mean, I'm not going to say anybody, but if anybody that saw the last 2 basketball games we played,
3-point